everybody, how you doing? Glenn Giondano here again. Hopefully one of your favorite YouTube drummers soon to be, maybe? I don't know. Or teaching drummers, or whatever you want to call me. Anyway, today we're going to do another kind of warm-up thing. And we are going to do two versions of this. And the first version is going to be kind of an intermediate warm-up. If you had a gig tonight, you want to get ready for it, and if you're intermediate and maybe you I off and on in my life, even though I have played pro gigs with big name guys, sometimes in your life things happen. You got to drive a little Uber to make a little extra money. Well, I don't do Uber anymore because they do take money from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and I will not take help them any longer. But my opinion, we'll move on from that. Okay, so and you only got a few minutes because you're working a day thing or a part-time thing, and you've got to get ready. This is a good intermediate thing to really help with your time. And if you're an intermediate player, and that's what this particular version, we're going to do two. We're going to do one that's for advanced, and we're going to do one that's intermediate. And we're going to do them both in this video. And really, you got to be kind of good at one to do the other. They're very different. One is something that I used to do for years, and I still do from time to time. This, again, is going to be about time and your transitions between 16th notes and 16th note triplets. 16th notes, 16th note triplets. And we're going to keep going with this particular thing. We're going to go slower and slower and slower. What, you say? Why would I do that? Because actually, these transitions are harder as you go slower. And we're going to do this with a metronome, and we're going to keep changing the metronome to do less for us. Now, I'll probably start this because actually a large part of this drill is 16th note triplets, and really, they move pretty quickly at 115, 116, 120, so I'm going to start about there with the metronome going at all four. And then we're going to move it down and switch the metronome to be 2 and 4, maybe at like 100 or 98 or something, and then go down to below 80 and have the metronome be maybe just 4, as we've done before in previous videos. So what is the actual exercise? Let me show you. We start out with just 16th notes, right? The single paradiddle. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and let me add the rights and lefts to it. It's right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And we're playing 4 notes to a beat, right? When we play 6 notes to a beat, which will be, we transition to that, we go right from that, from the single paradiddle to the double paradiddle, but we play them as triplets. So, and the double paradiddle would be 1 end of triplet, 2 end of triplet, 3 end of triplet, 4 end of triplet. Let me speak the hand positionings, which is right, left, 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 right. And I took that slow because it's hard to say. And then we transition from that to the triple paradiddle. So we're doing the single, the double, the triple, and then we're going to do the paradiddle diddle. So the triple paradiddle, you should know it. If you're intermediate, you should know it, right? And we're going to play those, we're going to go back to 16th notes, right? So now we've gone from 16th notes to 16th note triplets back to 16th notes. And the triple paradiddle is a 1 and 2E and a 1 and a 2E and a, but we're going to play this in 4, so 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 4E and a, let me add the sticking words here, which is right, left, 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 left. And those are the accents on it, bum, 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 bum. That's the idea of the triple paradiddle. And then we're going to switch that to the paradiddle diddle. And if you notice, again, I am left-handed. I've mentioned it before in many of my videos. I'm leading this with my right hand. And that is because most of you guys are right-handed. I want you to see. I will play some of this with with my left hand, and you should do this both ways. You should definitely do it both ways. You want to have your hands strong. Intermediate, and advanced should do it both ways. Let's go to the paradiddle diddle. right? Which again, we go back to 16th note triplets. So we've gone from 16th notes, we speed up at the same, with the time being staying the same, to play 16th note triplets, the double paradiddle. We slow back down to play the triple paradiddle. We speed back up to the paradiddle diddle, which is right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, or 1 in the triplet, 2 in the triplet, 3 in the triplet, 4 in the triplet, right? There you go. So let's play this through now, and let's start with the metronome on all four. Let's have you hear it. Let's start at a okay, clip with this. Let's start at like 115. Got my handy dandy metronome. You can download these apps. They're very easy to get. There are free versions and paid versions, right? So actually, let's do the first one at 91, and then I'll go up to 115 so that you can see it, and then we're going to back down, okay? So again, just to reiterate, we're going to do the single paradiddle as 16s, the double paradiddle as 16 triplets, the triple paradiddle as 16s, and then the paradiddle diddle as 16 triplets. So 1, 2, leading with my right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E. I'm going to do 4 bars apiece. Double. Moving to the triple. Paradiddle diddle. There you go, and for some of that, you can even hear the metronome because I was dead on it. And at times I was a hair ahead or a hair behind, and that's okay. Because when you're playing live, you're going to breathe a little. You're going to breathe a little bit. So being a hair behind or a hair ahead and making adjustments and working with the guys you're playing with, man, that is okay whether you're playing with Mark Farner or Bruce Springsteen, or you're playing with the local guys around the corner. That is okay. What is never okay is really rushing or really dragging. So let's now move the metronome up. Same thing, we're going to keep it on all four to about 115, and I'm going to lead with my left, and we're going to do it again. That's at 117 now. So I'm going to show you, this is a really nice warm-up. We're going to do this traditional grip. Again, you should do it both ways. For speed and paradiddles and rudiments, I like traditional grip better. I just always have. And I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't, even during the pandemic, I don't have time to work on everything I know, both traditional and match. So you kind of get into things that you like and that you don't like. As you get older, that you like better one way, you like better another way, and that's fine, man. Man, you can, if you watch the greats, you watch Steve Gadd, who is the ultimate of the ultimate. He'll play some of the show match, he'll play some of the show traditional. That's what he does. And he does it for his own preference. So, and sometimes it's just, as you get older, a little bits of arthritis, a little bits of muscle pain, and traditional seems to work. So here we go. We do the same thing, single paradiddle, double paradiddle, triple paradiddle, paradiddle diddle, slow, faster, staying in time. Here we go. Left hand lead, traditional grip. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bars each. Here we go. There you go. That's at 117 actually. Alright, you can see when you're doing the diddle diddles and the double paradiddle, you're moving kind of quickly. So let's push this down now to 104. 104, and let's put the metronome on 2 and 4. By the way, you can have the fancy metronome. This is called professional metronome, and you can have the fancy version of this for like $2.99 or $3.99 or something. It's not expensive. So now we're going to have this playing just 2 and 4 for me, and I'm going to do the same thing. So now the transitions are more crucial that I make them correctly. Okay? Again, I want to be careful that I'm even, I'm relaxed, I'm not stressing, that my technique is good, I'm never really straining. And just a side note, when I'm talking about this stuff, whatever you're doing on the kit and you're playing, you want to stay relaxed. So if there's a speed you don't think you can get to, and to be honest with you, as I get older, you know, I'm not as fast as I was when I was 25 or 30, and that's okay. I'm more seasoned and I'm more independent, and I have a greater arsenal of grooves and ideas I can choose from, but I'm definitely not as quick as I was probably when I was 28 or something like that, right? So, it's okay. So the same thing, whether I'm doing those $60 gigs or whether I'm doing a gig for Dick Wagner or one of the greats, or one of the local greats, Tasha Owens, right? I still would not try to do stuff, or do stuff I know the speeds would make me feel tense, right? Because I don't want to tense up during a show ever. So here we go. We're at 104. 1, 2, 1, 2, right hand lead. There you go. That's right hand lead. Same thing we just did, right? And you can see that at points, even with the right hand lead, you couldn't hear the metronome, which means I was dead on. I was dead on, and that's at 104. Let's kick it back now one more time. Let's really go for broke. Let's take it to in the 70s. Okay, let's go not too slow. 77, but let's make the metronome just a click beat 4. All right, so this is tough. So I'm going to count myself in, make sure I'm lined up, and then I'm going to start it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. All right, I'm close. That's very difficult at 77. You can see that sometimes I'm a little behind, I'm a little up, right? And I'm really trying to keep myself checked in. Now, if you're really playing, you're not going to be that concerned. There'll be a consistency when you're playing. But as you work on that, as you do that, even though while you're doing it, and we've said this in the other video, even if Gad was here, he would definitely do better than me. But he's not going to be perfect with that. There is no human being who will be perfect playing at 77 beats a minute with the metronome on 4. They won't nail it all the time. You can see that I did nail it a lot when I was doing the triplets and I had kind of momentum going with my hands, but then switching to the 16ths, there were little troubles in there, right? And of course, when I would do it live and there's no metronome, wherever I'm going to put those triplets. If I'm a hair ahead, if I'm a hair behind, it's not going to matter. The band's going to stay with me, right? So that's okay. But, and this is a truism. This is a truism. So if the song is at 115, and you make a transition from a shuffle to it's a 16th notes, and you come in at 114.8 or 0.6 on the 16th notes from the shuffle or something like that, that is fine. That is really good. If you come in at 110, that's a problem. So this is what this helps you to do. This is what this idea helps you to do, right? You're going to get, your time's going to get better and better and better. Again, will it ever be perfect? No, it will not. Will it get better? You betcha. As a matter of fact, I have other musicians, guitar players, who have done this and say that they notice a difference in their time almost immediately, almost within a few hours of doing this on a regular basis, okay? I'll be right back. We're going to do part 2 of this, which is going to be very advanced. It's something that I did learn from Mr. Gadd, and I'm going to pass it on to you. All right? See you in a minute. Hi, everybody. Welcome to part 2. This is advanced. An advanced warm-up. I love this warm-up. I love this one. So what is this one about? So this is... everything is always about time. We're going to do some metronome too. And for the sake of this exercise with the video, we're going to use the metronome on all 4 so you can hear where I'm putting my beats. You can do this on 2 and 4. I wouldn't really do this with the metronome on 4. It kind of defeats the purpose, and you're going to see why in a moment. So this is something that I learned from Mr. Gadd, not personally, but at one of his clinics, and this is a warm-up that he does. And this is a great, great warm-up. So we're just going to take the single paradiddle. We know what that is, right? Right, left, right, right. That is the single paradiddle. That's what we're going to take. So we are going to keep moving it over 1/16th note. Let's start with the right hand lead, right? So we've got 1E and 2E and, right? These are just single paradiddles. Right, left, left, 3E and 4E and 1, just like it would normally fall on my right hand. And then E, right where it would normally fall on my left hand, E, and now we're going to start the single paradiddles from there. So watch as I do the last bar. 1E and normal, and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3. Left, right, right. See what I'm doing? So now I took the entire single paradiddle and I'm starting it from the second note of the 16th, the 4 16th notes of the beat, right? So now I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to move it over to the third note, which would be the and. So let's take it from the beginning so you can see. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2. Nice and slow. 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E. And 4E and 1E and So now I'm starting with the da. And if you start on that da of 1 and you change over after 3 paradiddles, you switch hands, which is the way you should do this. Watch, right? I'm going, right? So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and by itself, because now I'm switching, right? I'm adding that 16th note, 1. So in a nutshell, I keep adding 1/16th note, moving the paradiddles over by 1/16th note. First they start on the 1, then they start on the E, then they start on the and, then they start on the da. Then I cut them short by 1. I start them on the da of 1. I go 3 paradiddles instead of 4, and I turn it over to my left hand. Turn it over to my left hand on 1. Right, so, and this gives you the whole thing. So let's get this thing on, beaten on all 4 so that you can hear my placement. That's what this is really about. And this is a great warm-up. So I'm going to do this relatively slow at about 100 beats a minute. Not that quick, right? It's not that quick because I want you to hear the placement. because that's what this is about. So you're asking, Glenn, what does this do for me? How is this going to make me a better player? The biomechanics of all of this, of drumming, is the signal between your brain, your hands, and your legs, working in concert with one another. I think the video that just preceded this one, or the one that I should be airing soon, is about independence on the drum set and swing, right? And that signal has to be strong. Why do I practice independence? I said in that video because I want to be able to at a live gig. Remember, nowadays, rehearsal is a rare, rare thing. We don't get to do that very often. We come in and we play it and we go home. We get our check and go home. That's the way the business is. So I want to hear it in my head and do it. I don't want a lot of talk between my brain and my hands about what they're supposed to do. I want to have the thought and then I want to do it. Okay, and this is a good way to have that happen. So if I happen to be hearing some pattern on my kit that starts on the E of 1, and I need to end up on 1 on a ride cymbal or something, my hands can get this job done. I'm gonna hear what I want, and my hands are gonna do it, because I've taught them a lot of different ways of thinking. I've taught these guys to think in a lot of different ways. So let's start here about 103. We're going to start this. I am going to start this with a right hand lead. Okay. Again, I would normally start this with a left hand lead. I'm going to go once through and let it cycle to my left hand, and I'm going to go through that. So we're going to see this whole thing twice. It's going to take a minute, but if you can, right? You can hear my metronome playing. Do this with me. We're at 103. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. We cycle all the way through with my right hand leading, and then it flips around, goes to my left hand, and we cycle through again. And that would cycle through one more time if I wanted to, or keep doing it, right? So let's do this again a little quicker, and I'm going to show you this is very cool, and actually this is one of those that it's good to do it faster. It gets harder as you go faster. So let's go again. Let's pick up the speed, and I'm not a big one on going ridiculously fast with this stuff because you want to feel the rhythms, right? So let's see how we do them at 123, which is about dance tempo. And for, 89% of the gigs you play, this is a fine tempo. Okay? I'm going to do this with a left hand lead. And I'm going to do traditional grip. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we went from my left hand lead to the right hand lead, back to the left hand lead. Let's turn this off. This is a really good exercise, and I wasn't killing. I would probably work on this a little bit quicker, maybe about 130, 135, and I would do it longer. So when you are just jamming, right? Your time's going to be kind of in there, it's going to be good, and you're going to be able to hear things. And again, I was just messing around. I don't know what I was going to do next. Some of it I liked, some of it I didn't like. And that's always going to happen. But that's the kind of player you want to be. My goal is to teach you to practice and to strengthen that hand. Strengthen those hands and to strengthen that signal between the head and the hands. Anyway, hope you got something out of this, whether you're advanced, whether you're intermediate. Let me know in the comment section if you liked it, if you didn't like it. Anyway, live well, my friends. Be well. It's a tough time. I'm there with you. See you soon.